Greetings, peace be with you. So in this video, I want to share with you why it is so essential for you to wake up now, because we are moving through very turbulent times. And what I mean by that is that there is a shift right now, whether you think that this is because of the grand or great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, or whether you just feel that energy within you or just shifting within you. You see the people around you changing, and you know that there's more than what meets the eye, right? We live in a world of energy, vibration, and frequency, and all of these things are beyond the realm of our five sense experience. And in this video, I want to share with you the one massive shift that you must make in order to adjust to these changing times so that you don't get left behind. Okay, because right now there's basically two different camps of people, right? One camp is like, yo, this is the worst thing that ever happened. Like, I can't believe that this whole situation is getting out of hand, and I can't believe that so many people are dying and, going out on the negative route. And then there is a separate segment of people that are getting some perspective on maybe this is the purging, right? The Great Purging. It's like if you ever have a experience with sacred medicine, aka ayahuasca, it's like you purge out all this energy, that bad energy, and you just puke it out. Purge it out. You just feel light afterwards. You feel clean afterwards. You feel pure afterwards. And I suspect that is what we are going through right now. There's a massive change in so many different industries, whether we're talking about the education industry, the food industry, the retail space, the tourism space, the airline industry. Like, every single person on this planet is affected by what we are going through right now. Okay. And there's a shift going on. Like, I have looked into Jupiter, right? Jupiter being the king of gods, right? It's signaled as Zeus in the Greek culture. Then there's Saturn, right? And that's classified as the god of sowing seeds, right? And now they're coming together. And it's really like the harmonization of duality. Okay, what do I mean by this? Because I could be sounding a bit abstract, but really I want to share with you one of the greatest insights that I've ever had so that you can implement this. And it was really this observing the space around me that allowed me to really embody this insight even deeper than I did before. Okay, so it's very important that you understand this, because 2021, you already know, is going to be a year of massive change, right? And Bruce Lee once said that to change with change is the changeless state, right? So if you're not evolving, then you're definitely going to be going in the other direction, because there will be no staying the same, right? And when we look at Jupiter, right, that is the god associated with fun lovingness, right? With flexibility, with openness, with expansion, right? And that's amazing because we are all in that process. But then when we look at Saturn, right, the mythology associated with this planet is that of structure, right? And if you were to imagine that life was like a river with one bank flowing to the bank of structure and one bank flowing to the bank of flexibility, right? And it's like, how can we find that razor's edge that keeps us right in the middle? And I know it's a razor's edge, right? It's sharp like a razor's edge. But if it flows too much on the bank of flexibility, then it becomes chaos. And it just becomes something that we get lost in because we don't actually have alignment, something to align with, right? We're just too flexible, right? On the other hand, if we're too structured, right? If we're too structured, then we become rigid and we're just robots following through the system. So what if we can actually bring these two aspects into harmony, right? Just like the great conjunction is taking place with Saturn and Jupiter coming into harmony, what if we can integrate both these two aspects of structure on one side and flexibility on the other, so that we can ride that razor's edge, so that we're not being rigid, so that we're not getting lost in the chaos, but we're right there on the razor's edge, finding that golden mean and riding the wave of momentum into 2021 and beyond, creating ourselves anew in the vision that we have for our future, right? So that's really the insight over here. It's like, what if we can really find that razor's edge? And it's not easy, right? Because either way you can fall on either side. But that just brings us back to the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who said that when force of circumstance upsets your equanimity, lose no time in recovering your self-control, and do not remain out of tune longer than you can help, because habitual recurrence to the harmony strengthens your mastery over it. I love that quote, right? Every time you fall off that razor's edge, you get too structured or you get too flexible, It's like, how can we bring ourselves back into that harmony? And that is really an opportunity that we have right now. Like I said, I'm not well versed in astrology. It's just something I probably read a couple of articles and I'm making this video, but it just sparked that insight that, what if we can really bring those two aspects together and be disciplined and have systems and have processes, but at the same time, we don't let that get rigid, so that we can still be flexible, so that we can still go and be fun loving at the same time of creating those results in our life, right? So it's like a harmonization of duality, like, oh, it's right, like being structured and disciplined is right and being flexible is wrong. Like, I don't know. What if we can bring them, because there's pros and cons to both, but if we integrate them, right? And it's like a razor's edge. It's like so sharp that you can easily fall on the other side, but it's like a tightrope you're balancing. And every time you fall off, you just get another opportunity to get back up. And I suspect that right now, it's something that we must all implement. For if we don't, then it's very easy to get caught up in the melodrama, in all the chaos, in all the fear mongering, in all of this stuff that is inciting our mind to go down that path of thinking that it's all for doom, right? Or on the other side, just being so structured, being so disciplined that you forget about how to have fun. So again, how can we integrate both of those aspects, just like the Great Conjunction is doing or has done, and as we come into the age of Aquarius right now, right? So definitely I'm going to be diving deeper into astrology. Like, I haven't studied it much, like I said, but just interesting to know that we can all feel it, whether we understand it or not. We all feel this rise in energy, okay? So I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I hope that you are staying strong. And if you are someone that is ready to create massive momentum in 2021 by going through a step-by-step and structured roadmap, yes, it will be structured. Yes, it will build your discipline. But at the end of 30 days, you will have the ability to choose growth over comfort, to change with change, rather than get caught up in the negative spiral towards destruction. Okay, so if that's you, I want to invite you inside the Monk Mode Challenge. I'll leave a link out in the description. You can open up a new tab, go to monkmodechallenge.com, and I hope to see you on the inside. But whether you decide to invest or not, understand that this is an opportunity that we all have. Every single day we really have this opportunity, but right now it's just like the energies are such that it's really ripe for creating this change, not only in yourself, but as a result, creating that change in the collective as well. Okay, so quick message. Hope that you're staying strong. Hope you're taking care of yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, much love to you. Take care, and I will leave you in the peace and power of the one infinite creator.